Welcome to the YRV, Your Rights Volunteer, the first and only true 100% guaranteed plan for world peace. However, world peace starts at home. To fix the world, you must first fix your country first. To fix your country, you must know what is wrong with it first. So the big question is, what exactly is wrong? Let's take a look. First, we have a government that is visibly corrupted by greed. In fact, it has gotten so bad our governments cannot even hide their corruption anymore. Is it because the super rich already have a monopoly within our government? Most citizens think this is the reason, but it's not entirely accurate yet. The Constitution of the United States have kept the super rich at a standoff from USA domination for years. So who are the major players running the US government? There are two very powerful special interest parties in play right now, and hundreds of others, all making things worse regardless of their agendas, good or bad. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Both are actually special interest parties backed primarily by the super rich top 1% of the world. Although they would like you to believe that the word Democrat means they are for short-term fix-it-now growth, which is true for their agendas, or believe that Republican means they are for long-term growth, which is also true for their agendas. They are actually two totally different groups comprised of the richest men in the world, both sides seeking total economic domination and control over the world. I would not call them evil men or even Illuminati, just very rich men that wish to run the world the way they think it should be ran, because they have the ability to do so. And if you can, why not? So how do you fight the men that have at least 50% or better the wealth of the world and all the power? You do not fight them. So what can you do? Remove their ability to buy your politicians. Is that even possible? The answer is yes, 100%. Have you heard of the saying, if you can remove the money from politics, the world would be a better place? Well, I am about to show you the one and only way to remove money from politics. But to understand how to remove the money, you must first understand how the YRV plan works. We at the YRV are building the world's first volunteer independent worldwide voter information and exchange coalition. Starting with the US, we are using a governmental type structure, so if someone leaves the plan because of inability to donate time, accident, or death, the volunteer can be replaced, keeping the plan 100% strong. In this plan, there is no one person with more power than anyone else in the plan at any level of the plan, from the person at the bottom to the person at the top, with one exception, and that is the arbitrator at the top of the plan. Me. I will have 100% authority to move, remove, and or replace anyone at any time for any reason in the plan at any level of the plan during the initial building of the plan, i.e. the first 500 volunteers. After the first 500 volunteers, there must be a valid complaint filed with reasonable proof by a citizen or volunteer concerning inappropriate behavior or violations of the YRV rules with a supervisor, or if the complaint is about a supervisor, his immediate supervisor. If there is no determination by the supervisor or the determination seems unfair, you can appeal to the next supervisor above them using the chain of command all the way up to the arbitrator at the top of the YRV plan. He or she will have the final say in the matter and make a determination based on available facts, information he or she gathers by all involved parties and supervisors that could not satisfy or resolve the issue at hand. Let me first start with letting you know that the names of the individual levels have in no way any kind of additional powers or authority over anybody above or below them. Everyone in this plan is equal, and no one is allowed to dictate to anyone as to what they are or are not to do. Everyone must come to a unanimous vote or unanimous decision. If it cannot be made unanimous, the vote or decision must be brought to the next level, all the way up to the Your Rights arbitrator. If a unanimous decision cannot be come to or brought about by the lower levels, then the arbitrator will count all votes on all levels to make a decision as to majority rule. Now, we are not asking for donations in any way, shape, or form. Money is not needed to build this plan. However, it could easily help to spread the word about the plan. So if you feel the need to donate monetary funds in support of building this plan, let the arbitrator at the time you wish to donate know. If enough individuals insist on making donations, then we will set up a fund that is visible for everyone to see where the funds are coming from and where they are going. 100% of all funds donated would be used 100% for the building of the plan and securing voters. Now, if you're at all concerned about governmental manipulation or anything of that nature, you can support the YRV simply as a voter. Just let us know you would like information on the candidates when that information becomes available by representatives in your area, and you are automatically a YRV supporter. You would not ever need to make a video. You would not ever need to have a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel is used by the higher ups in order to give visibility and accountability to all levels of the plan, and because it is a free source of information and a free and easy way to get information from one individual to the next. We will eventually put up a secondary website for even faster communications between levels and the public. However, at this time, a website is a little too expensive at this early stage of the building of the YRV. This is a visual representation of the structure of the YRV, or Your Rights Volunteer. The arbitrator is at the top. You'll have continental representatives, presidents, state representatives, district representatives, city district representatives, zone district representatives, neighborhood volunteers, and the voters and supporters themselves. Everyone above a neighborhood volunteer will be required to have a YouTube channel. Now, I chose YouTube for a very specific reason, and that reason is video evidence of actual voter counts on every level for total 100% accountability. This is you. This is you right now. You are the most important person in the USA. You are the voter. You are the person the president spends billions to get you to vote for them. Regardless of how good their intentions are, they must all sell their soul to special interests or lose election. But not if we build the YRV. With the YRV network of volunteers, all voters can get all the information on all candidates running for office free, eliminating the need for promises to special interest PACs for money, freeing our government officials from oppression. These are your YRV neighborhood volunteers. They will be your friends and neighbors in your town or your city. They will see to it you get all the information on all candidates or laws about to be passed. They will ask you to give a preliminary vote for or against candidates and laws. Then they will pass that information to the person in charge of them to be posted in a video that will let you see how all your neighbors vote. This information will be passed up to the next level and be added to information from other neighborhoods to show the overall vote of a whole city, then be passed up to the next level, adding all the cities and towns to show the overall vote of a district, and then passed up to the next level. To make a video showing the votes of all districts in your state, then passed up to the next level, where all the votes of every state will be added together to show you the national vote. We will then send that information back down to the citizen voters, so you will know who you should cast your vote for or against any candidate or law. By getting the information in this way, you eliminate the special interest monies needed. Reach the voters, and only candidates that do a good job will get reelected. not the person that bowed down and sold their soul to the special interest monies for governmental contracts and favors. Wait, this stopped at the U.S. president and did not go all the way to the arbitrator. Not everything needs to go all the way to the arbitrator. In fact, not everything needs to go all the way to the YRV president. Example, we get 51% or better of voters in District 5 of California. All the information will go to the district manager of District 5 and stop, because that information is not needed at state level. Although if a district manager for District 5 needs assistance for anything, he can ask his supervisors for help or even volunteer resources to make his task easier. Just like our government, not everything goes to the president. Note, all the individuals above the YRV president of the USA all deal with other countries that have or wish to join in to build the worldwide citizen, voter, and information exchange collective that will bring all the citizens of the world together for a united and singular voice, ending all dictatorships, corrupt government manipulation of other governments or countries, terrorism, war, and even starvation. And the best part yet, without special interests blocking governmental efforts by way of threats of no PAC money for re-elections, the oil industries will not be able to block or suppress clean or free energy patents. Without special interests blocking governmental efforts by way of threats of no PAC money for re-elections, the government will control big business, not big business control government. Support the YRV by 1. Letting us know on your state pledge video located on this or the YRV Founders channel, so you will get voter information from us because you support free information and free government. Support the YRV by 2. By letting us know you wish to help build the YRV plan by donating your time or resources. Everything is up to you, because in the YRV you are the boss. So, to spread the plan, tell all your friends and others you meet about the YRV plan. Get in your social circle. Post ads anywhere you can, like Facebook, Twitter, Craigslist, any free media site, anywhere you can get information out to the public. I'd like to share a comment with you somebody told me. They told me I can replace all the district representatives I want across the U.S. All they'll do is change a new law and stop us. Well, hello. The district representatives is your Congress, the House of Representatives. They make the laws. You replace all the district representatives, you own the House. The person that owns the House controls the government and all the laws. So in closing, I'd like to talk about how much the president spent to get elected and how much special interest money he used. So how much does the U.S. president earn? Let's take a look. Okay. Blah 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 blah. President earned $200,000 plus expense accounts. Oh, a lot of money. What did he spend to get elected? According to this, Obama and Romney both collectively spent $2 billion with a B to get elected. And then on top of that, they both relied on an additional $1 billion of special interest money. So this President Obama and Mitt Romney earned about $1 billion each and relied on outside groups that spent another $1 billion on a presidential race, mounting stimulus, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. $1.5 billion for Obama to become President of the United States for a $200,000 plus expense a year job. And you wonder why our government is corrupt? Where do you think all this money comes from? It's the special interests. His hands are tied behind his back. For 90% of what he may wish to do, whether it's honorable or not, he's not going to be able to do it. Or he will commit political suicide, they'll yank the funding and elect somebody else. End of story. So how many super PACs are there? Well, let's take a look. These are all special interest parties. Restore Our Future supports Romney, $142 million. Let's see. Priorities USA Action supports Obama, $66 million. All of these special interest groups all want something out of their thing. They raise money, they really muck up the works all these politicians can do is steal a little bit of money from one temporarily to get them their way and then push it back, and oh my god, it is just a total living nightmare in the government. Between the Democrats and the Republicans, they steal from one to satisfy their supporters and backers, and then later on turn around and put everything back, or they just cut the funding out of a school in order to fund the project from the special interest that they promised they would because they donated $100 million to their campaign fund, blah blah blah, etc., etc. We need to end this now, all of it, no more. Let's take a look at the special interest group, the tobacco industry. Read it for yourself. Okay? You think these special interests are not corrupted themselves? 5 months after Newt Gingrich dropped out the Republican Party, the founder of this super political action committee was paying himself money still. Oh my god. Think this is all money coming out of your pocket. You want to support someone? Support the YRV movement, okay? Use your money wisely. Fix it right from the ground up. And if all the corruption isn't enough to scare you into joining the YRV, read this. Future human economics is dependent on the continuation of Earth's life support system. Our planet is dying. These are facts. 50% of our forests are dead. 80% of the ocean fish are dead compared to the late 1900s. 38% of the amphibians dead. 40% of the ocean's protoplankton dead since 1950s. 90% big predator ocean fish dead. 33% bees dead. 50% coral reefs dead or bleached and almost dead. 90% of all life dead by the year 2050. 1 billion extra humans are being added to our planet every 12 years, while fossil fuels pollution increases proportionately. Meanwhile, our oceans are totally lawless and will become collapsed by 2040, 2050. Citizens, unite to outlaw the polluters and destroyers of our planet. Support the Earth Federation YRV movement today. You do not have time left to pity Annie bullshit around, screwing up everything the way you are. I want you to take a look at this chart starting at the 1970s and leading up to the year 2000. There are no nations, there is only humanity. And if we don't come to understand that right soon, there will be no nations because there will be no humanity. That is a wise man. We need to unite if we expect to stop 29,000 nuclear bombs, 440 plus nuclear power plants, human rights abuse, including war crimes, abuse of women and poor people, supreme ecological emergency, corporate exploitation of people and nature, among many, many, many more. We must get together. We must do something. Albert Einstein couldn't have said it better himself. The world's present system of sovereign nations can only lead to barbarism, war, inhumanity. There is no salvation for civilization or even human race other than the creation of a world government. That's exactly what we're doing. The YRV creates a civilian, independent world government, separate from all the other governments, to keep control and check all of the individual governments until the day that all governments are under the same control and we can vote as a human race to eliminate the nations of the world and become one single world united. That is the ultimate goal. World peace. And if you don't take my word for it, take Albert Einstein's. Everybody says he's the smartest man in the world.